It's the way you look in my eyes. How I feel is beyond words can describe. How you ignite this fire so deep inside. Got me hot like the summer. Ooh, really no one even knows me like you do. There's not many in my circle.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Speaking for Life with Tamara, where we speak into the lives of single moms. So someone on my comments section asked me about my egg bites. So I thought I would go ahead and prepare them since I'm going to need them for next week anyway. So I thought I would knock two things out at the same time so you can see me prepare them. I love these. I usually buy the ones that are from Starbucks, but I'm like, shoot, I can make those myself and kind of tailor them to what I want to have in them. So it's real quick and it's real easy. For some of you, I'm on keto, so they're kind of keto friendly. But just remember, I have tweaked and you can tweak them as well. Okay, so let's get started. So we have some spinach. I have these are baby bella mushrooms. We have some bacon. I have some onions and some shredded cheese, and of course I have eggs. So all of this is finely chopped, or at least my version of finely chopped. I am not a chef, I am not a cook, but you will not starve. So I have finely sliced the spinach, the mushrooms, and the onions, and just kind of did the bacon, just kind of chopped it up a little bit. So the first thing we're going to do is, because we don't want to put the vegetables in here raw, we're going to saute them. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my onions. Now, you don't have to have red onions. I put onions in mine because I love red onions. So I have a skillet on the fire right now, and it has some olive oil in it, and I'm going to go ahead and saute these onions. I'm sauteing the onions first because the onions seem to take a little longer. I don't want them too soft because I always like a little crunch in my onions and with my mushrooms, but I'm going to saute them pretty good. And then I'm going to take my seasoning. If I can find it. Okay, this is my seasoning that I use. Is by Kinder's, and I get it from Costco. And I like this because it combines the salt, the pepper, and the garlic all in one. Really convenient, real easy. You know, I come from a single mom mentality, so I am always trying to figure out a way to save me a little time. So this has the three things that I need. So we'll hold this off for a second. Now, while my onions are sauteing, I'm going to go ahead and get my eggs ready. Okay, now I think online I put down 10 eggs, but I use 12 because I like to make 12 eggs. So I have 10 in here right now, and I'm going to crack 2 more. So that makes 11, and this makes 12. Okay. So let's beat our eggs. Just got it on low. Just want to make sure all the eggs are incorporated, almost like a scramble. And make sure you get all the eggs. And since I don't want to have to season all the little, let's call it cupcake containers, I will, or the egg bite containers, I will season the eggs. And I season as I go. So I will season everything in the skillet when I'm sauteing, because I want that to be seasoned. Don't want to overdo it, but I do want it to be seasoned. of the eggs. Real simple. I'll put this. Set this aside. Okay. Mushrooms are doing good. I mean our onions. I'm going to turn the fire up just a little. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and put our mushrooms in. I know everybody doesn't like mushrooms, so tailor it for what you like. And these are a good meal for the kids too, because they're pretty healthy. They are healthy, not pretty healthy. And since you can keep them in the refrigerator for at least 3 days, that's easy morning if you got to get the kids up, because you can pop these things. I pop them out, couple of them out. I throw them in the microwave, warm them up, and guess what? Breakfast is already ready for tomorrow. Since I'm on keto, I always have a little a little avocado with my breakfast. And so, but everything else I need is in the mixture. So I'm going to go ahead and season. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and season my mushrooms. Just so you can see. Okay, I'm trying to do this so you can see it, and that's not working out that great. There you go. So I let them get a little more tender. Almost done. Now the last thing I will put in here is the spinach, because spinach doesn't take that long to saute. Now one thing about the spinach is once I finally chop that up as well, and then I put it in a bowl and I rinse them off. But then when I put them back in the bowl, I took a paper towel and I kind of kept blotting them, because I don't want a lot of water in the spinach, nor do I want it to end up with a lot of water in my pan. So I did blot them dry. And then the bacon, I pre-did that before I came on. I put it in the microwave and I just crumbled those up. And I make sure they were crunchy. So if you kind of like soft bacon, that's probably not the best for this recipe. You kind of want it a little crunchy. Not burnt, but just a little crunchy. Okay, looks like we are getting there. I like my mushrooms sauteed, but I don't like them really soft, because what's going to happen is I'm going to keep warming up my egg bites for a couple of days. So when I put them back in the microwave, they're going to cook probably just a little bit. So I kind of leave them not chunky, but just kind of like in between soft and still with a little tad bit of crunch in them. Okay, so I'm gonna try one. A little more. Let's put a little more seasoning in. Okay. Okay, since I know they're going to cook a little more, I'm going to go ahead and put our spinach in. Now, while the spinach is sauteing with the mushrooms and the onions, let me clean up my mess. Okay, I told you guys I wasn't a chef, so, but I do try to keep a clean surface. Okay. Should have waited before I put this in. Okay, so you need to take a big pan. This is my pan, because now if you use the regular cupcake holders, then you won't have this issue. But since I'm using these, you know, they're very flimsy. So what you have to do is you need to take them, you need to sit them in the pan, because you need to be able to put this in the oven. And I did that the first time. I had eggs everywhere. So, you know, you learn. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take, I don't think I sprayed it first. Let me spray it. This is 100% pure avocado oil. And I just want enough so to make sure they don't stick. That's it. Okay, now I will put the eggs in. I fill them up about 3/4, because remember, you're going to put the sauteed food in here, and you need to have a little room. Plus, they expand a little while they're cooking. And they're cute too. So I just pour a little bit. Now I will show, you can see it, okay? I'm always trying to find ways to save time. And when I have things and I can prepare it and make things convenient, it helps me to stay on track with my keto. And it's easy. I'm working, I just grab it, warm it up, and I'm eating breakfast in a matter of minutes. So, of course, I love that. Okay. And that turned out pretty much perfect for 12. Okay. So let's check our sauteed food. Almost. And because I did put a lot of spinach in there, because I love spinach, and it's good for me to get my vegetables in. Put a little more seasoning in. Not too much, but I do want them to be tasty, so let's taste some. Perfect. So good. Okay. So I will turn the fire off. And let's do this so you can see. And one moment. Okay, let's bring the skillet over here. Okay. Okay, let's get a smaller spoon. Okay, let's put this out of the way. Okay, and here we go. Kind of separate it, don't let it kind of clog all together in one spot. Not a chef, but I can get it done. When my daughter was younger, I told you I was always looking for shortcuts, because we, you know, we had so much to do, homework and everything else. So I always wanted to make sure she had a very healthy meal. So the only time we stopped at McDonald's or something was like on a Friday or a Saturday, but that was it, you know, for fast food. I just wanted to make sure she was eating healthy. So, but I still needed to save time. So I would go to Costco's, my favorite hangout, and I would buy those rotisserie chickens, and I would buy 2 of them, the ones that are already cooked, for $4.99. To me, you can't beat it. They're inexpensive and you save time. I would buy those. I would buy bags of the salad that was already, you know, pre-made, because I'm trying to save time. And generally we would have either mashed potatoes or something, one of the starches. So I would prepare that, or I buy it pretty much already prepared and warmed it up. So it was just very careful about the ingredients. I can bring that home, and we can have that for several nights. You know, we have it for a couple of nights. I take it, I throw it in the freezer, because that chicken, I'm not kidding, it freezes well. You take it back out, warm it up, it almost tastes like the day you bought it. It's so good. So so that was the way that I can get home from a long day, get Paige, and then we can be able to sit down. From the time we got home, we could be at the table eating within 15 minutes. That was important to me. So she still had good food, but we were able to do it quick. Okay, I'm filling up too much here, so let's do this now. So now I'm gonna put some bacon. Try to make them as even as possible. Oops. Okay, can you see that? Okay. So that was 8 slices of bacon. Okay. Now while I am doing this, I have the oven on. It was preheated to 350 degrees, and we'll cook them for like 20-25 minutes. I'll check them at 20. Okay, so that's done. Now, shredded cheese, and I'll put a little bit of that on. Now, I think you guys saw me, I poured the water that I had poured at the bottom of the pan. I do not know the correct terminology for it, but you have to put water at the bottom of there, about 1 inch of water, because of the steam does something to the egg bite. So we put in, okay, I think that's it. I do like cheese on mine. You see, as I kind of spilled over some, but that's okay. Won't worry about that. Okay. Okay, so now we will take them. We will put them in the oven. Let's dump the rest of this cheese out. Put the water at the bottom. Carefully. Okay. Looks like it's enough. Okay. Put that in here. Okay, so we have set the timer for 20 minutes. So I will clean up my mess that I have here, and I will see you guys back in about 20 minutes. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, and here is the finished product. So it is 12 egg bites with bacon, spinach, mushrooms, eggs, and some cheese. And as you can see, they're pretty sizable. So if the children even have these in the morning for breakfast, and you give them, I don't know if they can eat two, but even one of those, that's a good hearty breakfast for them. Have everything that they need. So there you go. I hope you give it a try. But they are delicious. They're well seasoned, but they're perfect and they're fast. And so tomorrow, can you imagine getting up and having to fix the kids some breakfast and get them off to school? And all you have to do is take these and throw them in the microwave, and don't overheat them though. They don't take that long. So I would probably put it on like for a half a minute, check it. And if it's not, maybe the rest of the minute, and that's it, because you don't want to overheat them when you're warming them up in the microwave. But there you go. Those are your nutritious egg bites. So I hope you give them a try. Thank you.